Hey, I'm Yoad. Welcome to my studio. I've been very lucky to have worked on the development of over 100 plugins, many industry standard products, including Grammy, Emmy, and many tech award winners. Using my experience, I want to share with you what I think matters in plugins and how to get the most out of them. I had some involvement in the development of ControlHub, but today I'm going to share with you my experience as a user. There are many videos and tutorials about ControlHub, so I'm not going to get too deep into the technicalities and how it works and all that. What I want to try to do today is to show how I use ControlHub as a channel strip with some coloration. So I'm going to trace some of my beloved hardware gear over there, which will add harmonic distortion, some compression, some EQ. And I'm going to try and use that on every track in a mix instead of any other plugin. So I'm going to try to do a mix using just ControlHub on every channel, which will give me analog coloration, but also using the controls, the EQ, the compression, the transient shaper, the harmonic distortion generator within ControlHub to do a mix. This will be a very quick mix, so nothing like a finished product, but it will just demonstrate the vibe I get by using one plugin rather than a whole chain of plugins. If you're interested in my complete mix workflow, there's a video about it here. ControlHub works by sending a trace signal through the gear we want to trace, recording it, and then importing it back to ControlHub, where it will analyze the recorded sound of the gear and emulate it in real time. So here I have my signal, which is going through some devices in the rack. The first thing is a Pultec type EQ. We're going to do the bass trick at 60 Hertz and the lovely 3K wide Q. And from there, I'm going through this C Audio graphic EQ. And here I'm going to do something which is against every possible audio engineering rule. And I'm just going to boost all the frequencies a little bit to get the most phase distortion out of this device, but also to enrich the harmonics. But I don't want to EQ it, so I'm just using it as a kind of color boost. And here we're going to use some compression. We don't want it too much because it has to work on every type of signal. So that is the chain I have at the moment. Let's compare what we have to what we're sending. Let's import back the trace I've recorded. That is the file I recorded. It's now analyzing the signal, and it's now going to implement the real-time emulation on whatever track we're going to insert ControlHub. We have this song here. And that's my mix.
Bring your body closer.
The tracks that get the most treatment are the vocals. That's the lead vocal. These are the backing vocals. I have some coloration plugins over the entire mix, like on all the channels, which I use. I cover that topic in my video here,
Don't you want it? Want my love?
and then several other processors on individual tracks.
Don't you want it? Don't you want it, boy? I don't wanna wait another minute for us.
Okay, so let's bypass all the plugins except for the effect returns, which I'm going to keep, and try to replace them all with ControlHub. Let's start with the bass because it's really prominent in this track. So I'm now going to load the trace onto the bass track. Gives it some focus already. I can use some compression. And add some lows. A little bit. And although we have a lot of coloration from the tracer, we can add a little bit of tape and drive. That's cool. Let's move on to the kick. So here I'm just reducing a little bit of the clicky element of the kick and a bit of lows. Let's load the trace. I can hear the 3K that we added in the Pultec. Now here I want to get rid of some of the low mid before we hit the compression. So this range is kind of boxy range. And then I'm gonna add some lows post compression. Now we can compress it just a little bit. I want to keep the attack clear of compression. I want fast release. And now when I'm gonna add the drive, it's gonna hit the compressor a little bit harder. Some tape, because why not? And let's try this bass. That's nice. Let's hear that in context.
Don't need a cool composure. Now you're here with me. Do you want my body? Don't you want it?
And the next thing I'm going to do is look at the lead vocal. Here we had quite a bit of processing.
I don't wanna wait another minute for us.
If you would like to see the full breakdown of my vocal chain, you can watch the video here. Let's bypass everything and load the trace.
Minute for us. Everything about you says that we should meet up. Hey baby, don't you want your honey?
Nice. First thing I'm going to do is use a de-esser.
I don't wanna wait another minute for us. Everything about you says that we should meet up.
Maybe around 6K.
Don't you want your honey? Hey baby, tell me that you want my body. Gets hot in here so quickly.
Nice.
Baby, can't you see?
And I'm going to reduce some of the transients.
Touch is gonna melt me. Do you want my touch?
Just a tiny
Do
bit.
you want my lips? Do you want my kiss?
Now
Do you want
I can use the sustain
Do you want my soul?
control as a bit
Do you want it all?
of a low level
Don't you want it, boy?
compressor, because it will
I don't
bring
wanna wait
up
another another
the
minute
tails
for us.
of the phrases.
Everything about you says that we should meet up. Hey baby, don't you want your honey? Hey baby, tell me that you want my
Now
body.
let's use the compressor. I'm gonna
I
allow
wanna wait another
some attack.
minute for us. Everything about you says
I
that
want
we should
about
meet up.
4 to 1,
Baby, don't you want your
release around
honey?
500.
Hey baby, tell me that you want my body.
Nice, and I need to make up for the gain loss.
Hey baby, tell me that you want my body.
Nice, it holds the vocal really nicely. And then a little bit of top, doesn't need that much.
Hey
Maybe
baby,
7.
don't you want your honey?
Shelf.
Hey baby, tell me that you want my body.
And I'm looking for that mid-range.
So quickly.
Let's see where we are, maybe around
Baby, can't you see?
2K.
One touch is gonna melt me.
Nice. Now we don't need all the lows.
What's it gonna be?
Can be quite steep.
Do you want my touch? Do you want my lips?
Maybe 12 dB per octave. 18 is good. 3-pole filter.
Do you want my soul? Do you want it all? Don't you want it, boy? I don't wanna wait another minute for us.
Sounds pretty good.
Everything about you. Hey baby, tell me that you want my body.
So the kick is really loud because we now applying more processing that I had in my mix. Some of the elements here became quite loud. So let's see if I have automation. I don't really, so I'm just gonna lower everything. This is a very rough kind of workflow. And I'm just going to use the trace we captured on all these tracks. So I'm going to load it to 1, just as is. I'm going to add a bit of tape. And then I'm going to drag it to all these other tracks. If you like my videos, you can subscribe to this channel because it encourages me to make more. Let's hear it in context. What do we have here? Yeah, we can use the same trace here. And here I would like to add some mid. Pre-compression. Wider Q. Nice. Bit of compression. Here we need more drive. And I kind of like this bass. More level on vocal. No automation, that's cool. Okay, let's copy this chain to the ad-libs and all these other tracks. I'm just copying the chain and not the levels or the sends. Let's listen to that.
Don't you want my lips? Don't you want my kiss? Don't you want my love? Don't you want?
And now let's work on the backing vocal group return. So let's solo that.
Hey baby,
Here I need some de-essing.
I don't wanna wait another minute for us. Everything about you says that we should meet up. Hey baby, don't you want your honey? Hey baby, tell me that you want my body.
Something like that.
Hey baby, don't you want your honey?
Some compression.
Hey baby,
I'm gonna use the tape and drive the compressor. Nice.
I don't wanna wait another minute for us. Everything
Bit of top.
about you says that we should meet up. Hey baby, don't you want your honey?
And we can clear some space
You want my body.
for the lead vocal from around 1.5 or maybe even 2.
Wait another minute for us. Everything about you says that we should.
Maybe even higher.
Hey baby, don't you want your honey?
Just a tiny bit.
Hey baby, tell me that.
And now I'm gonna copy this to the other group.
Wait another minute for us. Everything about you says that we should meet up. Hey baby, don't you want your honey?
Now let's see how we can tackle the mastering chain I have here and replace. Let's see if I can replace all of it or some of it with ControlHub. So let's hear what we had.
Don't you want it? You want my love? Don't you want it?
Very, very gentle compression.
Want it all? Don't you want it? Don't you want
A little bit of deharsh.
I don't
Let's hear it without.
another minute for us. Everything about you says that we should meet up. Hey baby,
It's not really needed in that mix because I'm not EQing as much.
tell me that you want my body.
We have the tape.
I don't wanna wait another minute for us.
I'm just going through it. I'm not doing anything here. I'm just going through the harmonic distortion. So that's something we can lose as well. Now let's see how this trace works on the master.
Don't you want it? Want my soul? Don't you want it? Want it all? Don't you want it? Don't you want it, boy?
Nice. Let's add some tape.
I don't wanna wait another minute for us. Everything about you says that we should meet up.
Maybe I can cut
Your honey,
below 27,
tell me that you want my body.
just 60 dB, make it 12 dB. Yeah, we don't need anything below there.
Everything about you says that we should meet up. Hey baby,
Now let's try the limiter and see if we can get gain
don't you want it?
in kind of a mastering way.
Don't you want it? Want my soul? Don't you want it? Want it all? Don't you want it? Don't you want it, boy? I don't wanna wait another minute for us. Everything about you says that we should meet up.
I can shorten the release time. So I'm going for something which is between a limiter and a clipper, really. I can even go shorter because what's triggering the limiter is mainly the kick. So the release time can be really fast. What I'm gonna try now is to use more compression, but use powder compression. So that's without. Let's compensate for the gain loss and go for 50%. Vocal is a bit quiet. Now I'm still hearing that annoying click on the kick. Going quite narrow. Much better. And I need some more presence on the lead vocal.
Bring your body closer.
bit of low mid can go down.
Now you're here with me.
Nice. Make it a little bit wider.
Don't you want my care? Don't you want it? Do you want my love? Don't you want it? Do you want my soul? Don't you want it? Do you want it all? Don't you want it? Don't you want it, boy? I don't wanna wait another minute for
I think it sounds cool. So that's my take on STL's ControlHub. I think it works really well. What I like about it is to just use it as a channel strip, so I don't need all these massive chains. I can just use one plugin to do it all, and if I need any other plugins, I can use them before or after, but it does a really good job. If you like this video, you know what to do, and I will see you on the next one.